Down MIT's engineering program stay local when Stephanie got pregnant sophomore year. Her parents were threatening to disown her if she didn't marry someone respectable, so I proposed at 19 in her hospital room 3 hours after our daughter was born. I worked overnight shifts at UPS for 8 years loading trucks so she could finish her degree. Showed up to every parent-teacher conference on 2 hours of sleep. Coached both kids' soccer teams every weekend while she built her career. When she got offered that promotion in Seattle, I quit my job at the firm I'd finally made partner at and moved our whole life across the country because it was her dream opportunity. Last Friday, we're at Olive Garden celebrating our 20th anniversary. She orders her usual chicken Alfredo, takes exactly 2 bites, sets down her fork, and says she needs to tell me something. She's lesbian, always has been. Her
Wait. Listen to me. If you tell me that you're lesbian, I don't give a damn, right? That's my first reply. But if I hear that we've been doing it for 20 years, think of it like this. I understand when lesbians have strict parents, the strict parents tell them it's either you admit to marrying a straight man, and then it's understandable. That's fine. Do you know where you cross the line? You should tell me this when we're starting the marriage. See, here's where you start the marriage, right? We know each other. You say, "Man, I'm gay." I'm like, okay. But my parents are very strict, and they want me to marry somebody. Sure, I'm fine with that. Let's get married. Cool. But I don't have a sexual liking to. Bitch, do I care? No. Here's the problem. I don't care if you don't like me. We can just have an open relationship. You don't have to tell your parents. You know what we start with? Easy here. Brain cells. We can tell the brain cells to say, nothing cares. I don't care if you're gay, lesbian. That's not my problem. I don't give a damn. But here's where the problem starts, is where you said to me, oh, but my parents were, I don't give a damn. You know, we can start this off with, this sentence starts off with, you say, I want to get divorced after 20 years. I say, sure. We could just tell our kids that we were never in a relationship. That's easy. Don't have to lie to me and say, well, my parents' fault. I don't give a damn.
parents gave her an ultimatum at 19, marry a man or lose everything. She chose survival, and now that both kids are 8...
Wait. Right? Real quick. Alright. Instead, right, you could tell me, right, don't tell my kid, see, what I tell my children is, your mother and father are in a relationship with air quotes, of course. I say this because I'm not willingly gonna marry you because I'm saying, oh, honey, if I'm gay, for example, and suddenly, if I'm a woman, I'm gay, imagine this, and my parents are very strict and religious, whatever, I got pregnant, whatever. Do you know what's the normal thing to do? Tell your straight friend in the ahead of time. You see what thing is would happen if I had feelings with you, I would lose them immediately, right? I would lose them because I'd be like, sure, we're friends now. And I would normally say, oh, I understand the situation. No, I don't understand the situation. Her situation sounds stupid. You should just tell him.
Teen and in college, she's done pretending. I just sat there watching my breadstick.
Do you know what I would feel as that nigga right now? Smart thing to do is, you should have told me ahead of time. Then we're done. 60 minutes into the situation, you should have told me. Crazy.
Get cold while she explained that every time we were intimate, she was forcing herself through it. That she's been seeing a therapist for 2 years, working up the courage to tell me. The waiter came by 3 times asking if everything was okay with our meals. I drove home in complete silence. She tried to hold my hand at a red light and I pulled away. I'm not happy about my wife coming out. 3 days later, my daughter Haley posts this whole rainbow coming out support collage on Instagram. Photos of Stephanie from childhood, wedding pictures, recent selfies. Caption says, so proud of my mom for finally living her truth. 2,000 likes in 4 hours. Comments calling my wife the bravest person they know. Our son Connor calls me Sunday morning. Doesn't even say hello. Just launches in asking why I'm being so quiet about my...
Listen. If my son calls me up and tells me, Dad, why being so quiet about mom coming out? Sure. If she told me ahead of time, I would have been the greatest person alive. I would have literally just said, sure, I don't really matter.
Mom's announcement. Why haven't I posted anything supportive? Why I left dinner early that night? I said I needed time to process that my entire adult life was apparently her closet. He said that's selfish, that this isn't
Nah, I'ma smack my kid. I might smack him.
about me, that mom suffered for decades, and the least I...
Nigga, you could have told him. Fucked up part is you tell him he should have been fine with it because he hears nothing. See what the fucked up part is? You could have just told him first. See what the fucked up part is? You could have told him, and then there it is. You don't tell a person 20 years later, oh guys, I was kind of feeling, nigga, I understand this if I was dumb.
I can do is be happy for her. I asked if anyone considered that I might be suffering too. He called me a homophobe and hung up. My brother Daniel's the only one who gets it. He texted me at midnight, "You're allowed to grieve your marriage dying. That's not bigotry, that's being human. Everyone else is performing." My sister-in-law posted on Facebook that I'm the exact reason LGBTQ people stay closeted, because of unsupportive spouse.
What is this? I don't understand. Who are these people? Who are these people? Real quick. You tell somebody you're gay and you're starting a marriage, they should be fine with it because now they can just have situations with any type of women. Here's the problem. We get married. Cool. You tell me on our first date that you're gay and that you like women. I'm not gonna be sad about that. You like women, I like women, we can be friends now. Here's where we stop the problem. Don't say it to me 20 years later into our relationship. If you say that, you're a crazy person. You should say this at the start of our relationship. Your parents are strict? Cool, let's marry, that's fine. I'm going to have a relationship with another woman. And if you have a problem with that, it's your own problem. Here's where I have the problem. I would have had another family, and I tell my wife, I'm married to a woman, but she's a lesbian. She has strict parents. That's all. I'm going to tell her that. And when it reaches our 20th anniversary on the other marriage, she divorced me. That's fine. Cool. Here's where the problem lies. If you never told me in the beginning of a relationship or at the start of it, I need to slap you. That's where I need to slap you. You sound crazy. You should have told me. There is no, you sound bad. Why are you being homophobic? I'm not being homophobic. I'm being reasonable. What if I hear you say, I'm your closet thing? Cool. If you told me at the start of the marriage, I would have been fine. I would have been happy. I've been a bit depressed, but I'd have been fine.
Who make everything about themselves. 43 people liked it. My own mother commented, "Disappointed in how you're handling this. My phone's
Smack the mother, man.
been exploding with articles. How to be an ally when your spouse comes out. Processing divorce with grace and support. Why your pain doesn't invalidate their truth. I'm not mad she's gay. I'm destroyed that for 20 years, while I was falling
Even he says it. I'm not mad she's gay. She could have told me.
asleep thinking about how lucky I was to have her. She was counting down the days until the kids turned 18 and she could finally leave. Tuesday afternoon, I come home early from work because I forgot my laptop. There's a silver Subaru in my driveway I don't recognize. I walk in and Stephanie's introducing this woman named Savannah to our daughter via FaceTime. Haley's crying happy tears saying she's so glad mom finally found someone who makes her happy. Savannah's moving into our guest room. Not our house, the house I'm still paying the mortgage on, just specifically into one of our 4 bedrooms like I'm supposed to be fine with this new roommate situation. I asked Stephanie if she was serious. She said Savannah doesn't have anywhere else to go right now, and it's not like we're using that room anyway. I'm staying at a La Quinta Inn near the airport. It smells like cigarettes, and the Wi-Fi barely works. Haley texted me this morning asking when I'm coming home because this is ridiculous and embarrassing. She has
Yeah, man, your family's just sad.
friends asking why her dad moved out the second her mom came out. Connor sent me a bill split request on Venmo for his textbooks with the note, "Since you're not contributing to the household anymore, I paid for his entire college tuition. All 4
Your family's just evil, man. Something wrong with these people.
4 years. Up front, my wife moved her girlfriend into my house 6 days after ending our marriage at Olive Garden. I'm not happy about my wife